I didn't answer directly. Instead, after I got the bottle open, I repeated, "There's one more thing you need to know." He said it 3 times. I've had a number of job interviews recently that went poorly and did not result in securing employment.
Hell yeah, dude.
That sounds like he wrote that for a CV.
Yeah, I know.
Like the wording is too...
Hello, I would like to secure employment.
Like he used a thesaurus to replace words.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I started to think I needed to do something during an interview to really stand out and be impressive, unique, and highly memorable. I thought it could be risky, but it might work out. I came up with the following idea. After concluding the interview, after the handshakes, etc., when leaving the room, stop, turn around, and say, "There's one more thing you need to know about me."
Why does this sound like it was written by you? This sounds like something. This sounds like you at like 10 years old.
Yes.
Fantasizing about what a job interview is like.
It does. That's exactly how this feels to me too. Man, I really get this guy. Okay, so there's one more thing you need to know about me. Then pull out a bottle of hot sauce and down the entire bottle, slam it to the ground and say, "I can handle the heat." And then nod confidently and leave the room. This is so good. He's like, also, this is me at 10.
Yeah.
Because I was always eating hot sauce to impress my dad.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I didn't realize this would be so personal, Brittany.
This is so good.
This is so funny.
I love this.
Dude, imagine...
Nod confidently.
He says the nod confidently out loud after he does it. Nod confidently.
Oh, whoops. And then he writes, "Boom." I would also write that.
Yes, I know.
Jeez.
It's so strange. It feels
like someone is just making fun of me. Did someone write this in my voice?
I don't think so.
Is this a spec script?
No,
for
I think
me?
it's just a different autistic person.
I imagined that they would be really impressed and wowed by such a performance.
Is this kid like 14 years old? Is he 14 years old trying to get a job at fucking State Farm Insurance?
Yeah, Pizza Hut or something. Oh, yeah, no, that's funnier.
Thanks, Brittany.
Yeah. I imagine they would be impressed and be wowed. Well, it didn't pan out like I thought it would. It was only a small bottle of hot sauce. That's why he thinks it wasn't big enough.
It wasn't going to work. Oh, God.
I figured it would be no big deal, actually, to do. I should have tested at home first, but I didn't. I was a nervous bitch ass during the interview.
He was nervous not about the interview, but about chugging the hot sauce after.
But I was determined to follow through with the plan. So I started exactly as described above. I was leaving. I turned around, maybe not with as much swagger as I imagined in my head. Turn around, move your hips.
He's like,
then.
One more thing.
Thing you got to know about me. I declared, there's one, he's saying it again.
I love it.
There's one more thing you need to know about me. I pulled out, I wonder if he practiced that a lot in the mirror and like emphasized different words, you know?
Yeah. But without chugging the hot sauce.
He should. That's the main thing to practice.
I know. That's the hardest part of it.
You gotta know that's going to work out. I pulled out the hot sauce bottle, almost dropped it, and started to open the bottle. He's already like choking. He's like
afraid of it. Also, it's like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's also like, if you are going to do this like party trick to impress them, make sure it's a party trick you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally. Mm-hmm.
Not like something that you're terrified of doing.
Not just a thing you think is impressive if it is done.
I know.
You have to know that you have that ability.
Yeah, totally. It's like if you finish a job interview and you're like, and now I'm gonna eat 3 spiders. And you're like, like on Fear Factor.
I'm actually getting a little mad because I know I could have done this. It could have been me.
Don't you dare say that, because I will bring a bottle of fucking hot sauce and I'll make you drink it.
I don't want to do it, but I can do it.
I'm gonna fucking do it, dude. I'll make sure you don't have a show later that night.
Depends on the type.
What type?
Also, remember I did that
Well, no, hold on. What type of hot sauce do you think you could chug?
Well, I could be good with something lighter. I could have that much. But I can eat a lot of hot sauce that's spicy.
What about like Tabasco?
But I couldn't chug a whole. I think I could do it, but I would have an ulcer.
Okay.
I don't want to do it, but I know I can do it.
I'm gonna surprise you one of these days.
Well, that's not something I want to do. Okay. I could do it if a gun was to my head, for sure.
Okay, I'll bring a gun and a bottle of hot sauce.
Or if I really wanted this job. Give me a job I want, then I'll do it.
Oh God.
But I was thinking of the time I did that. It's called Hot Sets.
Oh,
did you come to that?
Yes, I came to it.
Yeah, I thought you were there.
I've done it as well. Yeah.
It was really fun. Were you a hot pepper person?
Yeah, because so Hot Sets is a show where they pull the comics' names out of the hat. And one person has to eat an entire hot pepper while they're doing their set. Mm-hmm. It's like it's a very fun show. Mm-hmm. But what they do is, behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. They're like, who is willing to do it?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was the only person willing to do it. Yeah. And in fact, I wanted to.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I was so excited to do it.
Both of us were like, being influenced by watching Jackass.
Yeah. And wanting to impress my dad.
Yeah, that's right. And wait, when you did Hot Sets, what were you going to say?
Well, when I did it, I wasn't that worried because I'm pretty good with hot stuff. But whatever I ate, I forget which pepper it was. It was the hotter one of the choices.
I think there's a jalapeno and a habanero.
I think I did habanero.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely not jalapeno. I could handle that easily. Easily, Dad.
Okay, wow, this is a lot of big talk, dude.
I could eat a whole jalapeno.
All right, I'm bringing one in. I could eat a whole jalapeno.
Anyway, so I did the set and I didn't expect it to affect me as much as it did.
Yeah.
And I was like, I felt like I was high immediately.
Yeah.
I had so much like adrenaline.
Yeah.
And I was like drooling during my set. Yeah. And I couldn't focus at all.
Yeah.
But it was very fun.
Yeah. No, I had a lot of fun doing that too.
Yeah.
I chugged like half the gallon of milk after and I felt sick.
Oh, gross. I don't think I drank the milk.
I drank a lot of the milk.
So this guy...
Oh, yeah. Anyway, back to the post.
This is so good. I love this. Okay.
So he...
he's... Okay. So he fumbles with the hot sauce bottle, right? He almost drops it. In my head, it was all one quick, confident motion, like electric Indiana Jones.
Like electric Indiana Jones?
But instead, I fumble around... I had a tough time getting it open. I felt like a nightmarish eternity. It felt like a nightmarish eternity, but it was probably only 20 seconds. Enough time for one of the interviewers to ask me what I was doing.
Too long. 20 seconds to get it open is too long.
I didn't answer directly. Instead, after I got the bottle open, I repeated, "There's one more thing you need to know." He said it 3 times. This is the 3rd time he said it. You can't do that.
This is a Tim Robinson sketch.
I know. This is so good. Then I guzzled down the entire bottle of hot sauce. I instantly regretted it. My mouth and throat felt like lava swirling around inside of me. I immediately started to gag and loudly cough. I was crying involuntarily, tears hardcore streaming down my face. I was sweating like a terrible fool. I desperately tried to scream, "I can handle the heat!"
Just like drooling and crying, like beet red, being like, I can handle the heat.
But I just kept coughing before I could get anything out. The interviewers were all standing up looking at me in horror and confusion. A few seconds before I threw up all over the floor. Whoa, he threw up immediately.
He threw up all over the floor.
This guy knows how to use his finger.
I know, this is what your buddy should have done. Yeah. Oh, we got another vomit episode on the fucking pod. Vomit. Jesus, all we do is talk about puke.
I knew it would happen, but I tried to hold it back. I couldn't. I threw up all over the floor. It hurt as much on the way out as it did on the way in, if not more. The vomit felt like flaming barbed wire shredding its way through my neck. This is a guy where I'm like, he had someone read this draft.
No, totally. 100%.
Oh, I like the barbed wire shredding your neck line.
That's great metaphor.
I should mention a disturbing amount of fiery mucus was also leaking out of my nose uncontrollably. After I finished throwing up, I could not bear to look at the interviewers. I hoarsely mumbled an apology and started to stumble as quickly as possible out the door. Never been more shamed in my life. Didn't get the job. This is one of the best stories I've ever heard. And it is because it's like a Tim Robinson sketch.
Yeah.
There's just one thing you need to know about me.
20 seconds of fumbling with a bottle of hot sauce. And then they're like, what are you doing? And he's like, there's one thing you have to know about. Says it again. Chugs throws up.
He probably acted so normal in the actual interview too.
I know.
I bet he just answered questions and he was like,
he was probably just like a regular,
I know Excel or whatever.
Yeah.
He does this.
He's like, I've worked in sales for 20 years.
Yeah. And And here's the thing. I know everyone you're interviewing is going to say that. So here's one more thing you need to know.
Yeah.
He's just like thinking he's saying the same stuff as everyone else.
Yeah.
So he's got to stand out.
Totally.
But
this man is a hero. If you're going to
stand out, it's got to be relevant to the job.
Yes.
Like this isn't a hot sauce sales job.
I think that's what he was missing.
Yeah.
I think that's the blind spot he had that led him to this.
He's just doing some trick.
Yeah. Totally.
That's like if I was like, here's one more thing you need to know about me. And I wiggle my ears for like 45 seconds. Yeah. And I keep going, wait. One at a time.
You're in a job interview. You're in a job interview for your job. And you're like, there's one thing you have to know about me. And you do your fucking
pretty
horse
good.
noise.
That's pretty good. You been practicing?
No.
Oh, I thought maybe you were practicing for me. I asked Dwayne to practice that for me.
Oh, really?
No.
You're like, Dwayne, I know this is a little fucked up, but...
You know what I want for Christmas?
I need you to be a horse.